Hey everyone! Okay, so oh my god. Last night's Coronation Street, wow. I also just have to say just now, if you missed the sort of text bit at the beginning, I will be sort of mentioning what happened last night and how it ended and all that stuff. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know what happened, stop watching just now and come back when you've watched it and then enjoy the video. But basically, if you've not been keeping up with Coronation Street but you're watching this video all the same, Tony Gordon is a madman. Really complicated story. He was married, well, he is married to Carla. You know, he was in a relationship with Maria and it was really complicated, and he killed Liam. But they never found out he killed Liam as such. Well, not straight away. So, oh, and he also pushed Roy Cropper into the lake. I mean, nobody pushes Roy Cropper into the lake and gets away with it, which is proven. And so this week he came back. Well, actually it was last week because of the whole Cumbria thing. The ITV correctly sort of postponed it, which is fine. I think it would have made the right choice. There was sort of some debate about that, like did ITV actually do the right thing, but I think they did. So respect to them for that. But it was back on this week and it's been on quite a lot. I mean, it was on yesterday, but also EastEnders was on yesterday, and that's a Wednesday. So that was kind of weird as well. TV is really all over the place just now. Also, Junior Apprentice final tonight, watch it. But that's irrelevant. Yeah, so Tony Gordon came back. We'll just say he came back this week, because we'll just take over last week's episodes to this week. So he came back, and he basically went insane. He broke out of prison. He was in jail, of course. And he locked Carla and Haley in Underworld, which is obviously, of course, the factory. Maria saw Tony kill another man, which was obviously shocking, so she ran away and called the police. But in the meantime, he still had Carla and Haley locked in the factory. And he was tormenting them, he was shouting at them, and he tied their hands behind their back, he was screaming at them, he'd poured petrol all over, and he was like, right, I'm going to blow it up. So by the time the police got there, I think they would have arrived about 10, well, I'm trying to think what time it was on at 8, so it would have been about 20 past 8 when they arrived. So he pushed Haley out, he got Haley out, basically because Carla said, take her and I'll die willingly, you know, like get Haley out and I'll die willingly for you sort of thing. Which of course was just a line. But Haley got out, safe as anything, you know. I don't think she had any serious damages, probably not smoking, inhalation. She had tape on her mouth, so that would have, I'll start again. Yeah, she had like tape stuff on her mouth, so that obviously would have affected her in some way, and she was bruised and she'd been battered and sort of thing. You know, she had a gun pointed to her head, you know, it's kind of scary. But Carla was locked in there, hands tied up and everything. She tried to stall Tony for time, you know, she was like, come on, we'll just have this biscuits in the thingy, we'll sit and have wine and things. Which was sort of a good thing for her to do, but it didn't work, of course. Tony is psycho. And then, in the end, well not the end, but sort of more towards it, with the petrol around the floor, he lit the lighter and the whole place went up in flames. Really scared because I'm perophobic, so that was for me terrifying, more so than a gun shooting or anything, but I'm also petrified of guns. I'm just really scared of anything like that. So for me it was terrifying. I was sitting there thinking, oh my god, run. And Carla managed to untie the ropes, like she was singing it on the back of the chair, so she managed to snap the ropes, and she whacked Tony on the head, but when he fell down he brought her down with him, so that did nothing. And finally, like I said, I'm going to tell you exactly how it ends, so if you missed that, don't watch. And she managed to get out, which was great. And the end of it was so sinister because she managed to get out all coughing and spluttering and all bruised and damaged and everything. And you can see Tony just emerging through the flames at the door. And then Carla actually begged him to get out. Idiot woman, you know, I wouldn't, if somebody tried to kill me, I wouldn't want them to get out of the factory, I'd tell him to get back in. And he did go back in, and it's just this sinister image where Tony turns around and just walks back into the flames, and it was horrible, fantastically done, but horrible. And then it pretty much ended, and then there was another episode right after it, but that's a different episode, so we won't talk about that. Although it did end on a really horrible note. It went, it's Gail Platt's trial, well, Gail McIntyre's trial, and they were just wait to say, do you find Gail McIntyre guilty or not guilty? And then the theme tune went in. I was like, that was so annoying. I really want to find out what happens to Gail. And for the record, I hope she gets let off. Never mind. So yeah, the Siege episode was absolutely fantastic. So well done. I mean, because I was sitting there terrified. Granted, I'm not that hard to scare, but it was really, really, really well done. It's kind of sinister, but so beautifully put together. And credit to Alison King and Greer Brown for their acting. That's Carla and Tony. Such fantastic acting. You know, they are amazing actors. Kind of sad to see Grey go. As much as I hate Tony, but never mind. I'm pleased that I'm assuming Alison King is staying. I've not heard anything about her going, but I'm pleased we've got Carla at least for however long now, so that's good. Because it was, when she left, I really didn't want Carla to leave, but I didn't really like her. But now I actually really like Carla as a character as well. To start off with, she was a love to loathe, but now I actually really like her. So that was the episode. It'll still be on iPlayer, and I'm assuming it'll be on like the omnibus thingy on Saturday. Is it Saturday the Corrie omnibus is on? I don't know, I generally watch it through the week, so I never remember. But definitely look out for it if you can. It's so beautifully put together. One of my favourite episodes in a long time. It kind of reminds, don't ask what this is. I've got a habit of fiddling with things. It kind of reminds me of the episode in EastEnders with Trevor Morgan and Colm O'Manley's character Tom, when that was the fire episode and Trevor his face just emerged through the flames behind the door. That was disgusting. Kind of like that, but probably even better. Obviously we don't know what's going to happen to the workers at the factory. Nick seemed to care more about the factory than Carla, but what do you expect? So that was a fantastic episode completely. One of the best in a long time. I absolutely loved it. No faults with it. Had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. That's all I want to say about that. I just want to sort of praise Coronation Street and the whole team and everybody. It is fantastic. Corrie do not get enough credit. Everyone's like, ooh, EastEnders live episode, brilliant. EastEnders this, EastEnders that. And I love EastEnders, don't get me wrong. I adore EastEnders completely. But I just feel Corrie do not get enough credit. I mean, look how old they are. I don't mean the cast. I mean the episode, the show itself. I realised that sounded like I was calling the cast old. But I mean, the show itself has been on for such a long time. So many amazing milestones, so many amazing episodes, amazing storylines, and this is just one to add to that. I really love Corrie, and it just doesn't get enough recognition. So I just want to say well done to everybody at Corrie. I think. Well, I don't think I do. I definitely want to say well done to them. Fantastic. And that's all I want to say. Feel free to leave comments and things. Let me know if you saw it, or if you're going to see it. Obviously, like I said, if you haven't seen it yet, it wasn't really a good idea to watch this because it spoils it a bit. But somebody actually spoiled it for me anyway on Twitter, so that was a bit annoying. But I still didn't know how it was going to end. It's kind of obvious how it was going to end. You sort of did expect Tony to die, because I think after that there was nowhere else that character could go to. He could go and sit and rot in jail. But then again, everyone who goes to jail generally comes back. I mean, look at Tracy. Fantastic to have Kate Ford back, by the way. Love her. But yeah, that's all I want to say about this. Fantastic episode. Well done to everybody at Corrie. As I've said a few times now, couldn't have gone better in my opinion. But yeah, I'll see all you guys later. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you loved the episode of Corrie. Bye!